to happen. You have to say, though, I mean, he's a man who says, you know, it was a withering attack on the Washington establishment. He's putting into place in his cabinet a lot of key members of that establishment, and these initial plans are going to be a bonanza for the lobbyists here, for Washington establishment types, for the oil industry, for the weapons industry. You know, he's planning to resurrect Star Wars. That is worth many, many billions of dollars to the defence industry. They'll be very pleased to hear about this, probably less concerned by the rhetoric that he used in that speech. But clearly he's not backing away at all from this position he's taking, which he's on the side of the people, championing them against the elites here.
Well, I think the parade is just about reaching Kay Burley there. I don't know if she'll be able to get a question in through that rather thick door of the presidential car, but Kay Burley, an impressive sight of motorbikes descending on you.
Yes, I have. You know what, you know that if I could, I would try and get a question in. But, yeah, I think that reinforced door will probably mean that he is safely ensconced.
Donald Trump,
at least for now.
new president, United States of America.
As to whether or not he might walk some of the route. The view is that if he does plan to walk any of the route, he is most likely to do that in front of the new Trump Hotel, which has just recently been opened, built with Chinese steel, of course, and he's likely to perhaps walk a couple of blocks in front of that. Obama, he walked 6 blocks in 2009 when it was absolutely freezing, so I don't think that this president has too many excuses, unless of course he just wants to make sure he's in time for the 3 inaugural balls that he'll be attending later on. He's certainly let the timeline slip just a little bit. As far as President Carter was concerned, he only did 1 term, of course, but he walked the whole way. That took him something like 40 minutes. In 1985, this parade, something like 8,000 people will be taking part in the parade in total. In 1985, it was cancelled, and that was one of Ronald Reagan's 2 inauguration ceremonies. It was basically just too cold. It was 7 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and it was thought that
Ξεκίνησε το Ναντάλ για το Λευκό Οίκο,
κύριος Πρόεδρος. So actually, inauguration happened indoors, and sadly, the parade was cancelled. What happens now, Adam, is that the president and the vice president, whose vehicles are just coming towards us now, they are leading this parade. They then move to a podium in front of the White House, where they then spend the next hour or so, could take an hour or 90 minutes, something like that, depends on how quickly they walk in this cold weather, to check out who else is in the parade. Like the 8,000 participants taking the salute from lots of organisations, 40 in total, including schools, first responders, they're taking part as well, and quite a lot of veterans groups. Oh, somebody's waving out of the window. Oh yeah, it looks as though they have got their windows down. I wonder if I can grab a question. Let's see if I can. I'm going to move around this way. Okay, there's lots of the thumbs up would suggest that it is it's not President Trump, is it? Okay, so that's the family who are in the first vehicles. I have to say, I didn't think it looked particularly like the Beast or Cadillac One. Here come the marching bands now, Adam. Military bands from right around the country, representing all of the armed services. We're also going to see the Boy Scouts of America as well. Some 22 states are represented in today's parade. You can see lots of police lining the route and other military personnel as well. 28,000 security services are taking part in keeping people safe today. It's in total something like $100 million is how much it's costing to put on the parade and indeed the inauguration service today. I'm going to pause in just a moment so we'll be able to hear the band as they come past. We're talking about the numbers who had come out on the streets, Adam, today. and the latest police numbers that we're being given are around about 900,000. That's what they are suggesting have turned out. It was 2 million. You're quite right, Adam. It was more for Obama back in 2009. 2 million people turned out for President Obama's first inauguration service. Oh, I love a military band, don't you? You want me to shut up and then you can hear them, don't you? Here we go. Women first involved in the parade back in 1917, so 100 years ago this year that women first involved in the inaugural parade for the president. Until 1949 that the parade was first televised. As you can see, they're really just moving at a walking pace, Adam. And as I was mentioning to you earlier, President Carter, in his one and only inaugural parade in 1977, he walked the whole way. It's 2 miles. It's called the 2 mile nightmare as far as the security services are concerned, for obvious reasons, and it took him about 40 minutes or thereabouts to walk it. They're more or less going at a walking pace today, aren't they?